Mom's journey began back in November of 2012. It was the weekend of Thanksgiving. She had experienced what we thought was asthma issues, and she went to the hospital early morning, and she actually had congestive heart failure. It was just a scary time for her, for our whole family. And she couldn't go out of the house, she couldn't garden, she couldn't go to church, she couldn't do the things that she really loved. She made the decision in the hospital to deactivate her defibrillator and to come home, you know. And it was really hospice care at home that really was the care that she needed. The first night, it really declined rapidly. We tried as a family to figure out how we could care for her at home. And it just became harder and harder for us to do that. Our social worker saw that. I mean, Mom was home a week, and she saw the stress and the strain and the exhaustion and the fear really in all of us. And she kind of threw out, you know what, I really think your mom's at a point where she needs full 24-hour care. That's really when she said there's a beautiful place, Hanson Hospice Center, a nice wooded area. That was going to be the best place for Mom. It was a beautiful sunny day. I remember pulling off of Cleveland into the driveway of Hanson and pulling back into the wooded area in the front, and there was Diana, the nurse, and Laura, the nurse, both of them on duty, just greeting us with open arms and smiles and hugs, and it's going to be okay. Diana really just said, come on, we're going to take you back. Your mom's going to be in Butterfly Room 2. Yep. Butterfly Room 2. Yep. And boy, we just all followed behind her to get her all set up and brought pictures and everything that Mom would feel comfortable with. We were all in this big, giant, beautiful, beautiful room overlooking a wooded area.
With the animals.
Animals.
It was wonderful.
I mean, it was just, and I think Mom really, you know, we all collectively probably took a deep breath and said, we're all going to be okay.
We said we would do the same thing we did there as we always did at home. We were going to come and see her and spend time with her and let her know what's happening. And it was going to be okay. And she did have that look of peace.
Once Mom got settled in at Hanson, it was almost like she kind of gained strength a little bit. I mean, she was cared for so well by the staff, and we were able to be there with her. We were kind of like, wow, this isn't going to be days to weeks. This might be longer, and what a wonderful gift that it could be longer. I mean, we'd take every day that we could, but there was a point that we started to be nervous about the financial aspect of having Mom at Hanson. And they said, Carol, there is a fund available for families like yours that we can utilize the fund. He said, don't worry. The Benevolent Care Fund has been so important to our family. I hear stories of families, of coworkers, of friends who are faced with similar circumstances and they don't have the type of facility that Hanson is. And so this area is very, very lucky, and we are very, very lucky. And so we want to continue to do things to provide funds to help other families. When Mom's twin sister passed the end of July, I think for Mom it was, she was worsening. She was getting weaker. She couldn't get out of bed. Was bedridden, and I think the thought of that was very hard for her. And the realization started to sink in that it was getting closer for her. She just looked so peaceful. And then we're sitting there watching, and her breath started to get more shallow. And so we all kind of went right to her bed, and she just took one more breath.
And she went to heaven.
Denise came in and with Faith, and they're all hugging us. You know, it was like they're part of our family.
They're a Hanson family. They are.
Later that night, I went outside. Dad was sitting outside. There was a beautiful rainbow right over right over the backyard.
They always say, look for your sign after a loved one passes away, that they're at peace. What more could you say than a full rainbow from one end of the property to the other? And we just hugged, cried. We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay.